The NFL wild card round delivered another statement game, and this one was loud and clear. The Houston Texans absolutely dominated the Pittsburgh Steelers, winning 30-6 and punching their ticket to the next round in emphatic fashion. What was expected to be a tight playoff battle quickly turned into a one-sided showdown, as Houston controlled the tempo, the defense, and the momentum from start to finish. So how did the Texans dismantle one of the league's most physical teams? And what went wrong for Pittsburgh on the biggest stage? Let's break it all down. The game started with both defenses setting the tone. Pittsburgh managed to put up 6 points in the first half, scoring 3 points in the first quarter and 3 more in the second, but that was as good as it got for them. Houston's defense immediately showed why they're one of the most dangerous young units in the league. They shut down the run, pressured the quarterback consistently, and forced the Steelers into uncomfortable third-down situations. Offensively, the Texans were patient early. They didn't force big plays. Instead, they focused on ball control, smart reads, and wearing down Pittsburgh's defense. By halftime, Houston held a 7-6 lead, but the score didn't fully reflect the flow of the game. Momentum was already leaning heavily in the Texans' favor. The third quarter became the quiet storm before the explosion. Neither team scored in the third, but this is where the game truly shifted. Houston dominated time of possession, pinned Pittsburgh deep multiple times, and completely controlled field position. The Steelers' offense simply couldn't stay on the field long enough to give their defense any rest. This constant pressure started to show. Missed tackles, blown coverages, and visible frustration began creeping into Pittsburgh's sideline. Houston didn't score yet, but they were setting the trap. Then came the fourth quarter, and this is where the game ended. This game was not even close. From the very first quarter, the Pittsburgh Steelers completely took control against the Houston Texans. Steelers' offense came out aggressive, moving the ball with confidence, converting key third downs, and finishing drives with points. Every possession felt planned, sharp, and unstoppable. On the other side, the Steelers' defense was brutal. Pressure after pressure, collapsing the pocket, shutting down runs, and forcing mistakes. The Texans struggled to find any rhythm as the Steelers dictated the tempo all night. By halftime, the momentum was already gone for Houston. In the second half, Pittsburgh didn't slow down. They extended the lead, controlled the clock, and closed the game like true contenders. This wasn't just a win. This was a message to the league. Steelers showed power. Texans felt the pressure. Total domination. Houston exploded for 23 points in the final quarter, completely overwhelming the Steelers. The Texans capitalized on turnovers, defensive breakdowns, and short fields. Their offense became aggressive, confident, and ruthless. Every drive felt like a knockout punch. Pittsburgh's defense, which had held up early, finally cracked under the pressure. Missed assignments and fatigue led to big plays, while Houston executed with playoff-level precision. By the time the score hit 30-6, the outcome was no longer in question. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Why the Texans won. So what went right for Houston? First, defensive dominance. They limited Pittsburgh to just 6 total points, shut down the run, and never allowed any offensive rhythm. Second, discipline and execution. Houston played clean football, avoided costly mistakes, and capitalized whenever Pittsburgh slipped. Third, fourth quarter killer instinct. Great teams don't just win close games, they finish them. And Houston did exactly that. This performance showed maturity beyond their years. The Houston Texans move on with confidence, momentum, and belief, while the Steelers head into the offseason with serious questions to answer. This wild card matchup reminded everyone, playoff football isn't about reputation, it's about execution. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment with your thoughts on Houston's performance. We'll see you in the next one.